Love is a compass, they say, and a trap, all at once. It can lift us to bright horizons and then pull us into shadows where trust frays and promises crack. The dark side of love has walked beside rulers, poets, and everyday dreamers who believed a kiss could rewrite a fate. In history, betrayals in romance have not just broken hearts. They have altered kingdoms and shifted the course of destinies. Tonight, we gather 4 stories where affection collided with ambition, where tenderness met treachery, and where the heart learned to endure, to forgive, or to remember. This is the dark side of love, betrayal in history. The soft rustle of parchment. Cleopatra and Antony begin with a glow, a palace breath. A throne room kiss that felt like the world shifting on its axis. They found a dangerous poetry in each other. A queen who could bend rivers of power. A general who could bend empires to a sigh. A pair who spoke in battles and seas rather than in ordinary words. Yet history kept watch behind their moment of brightness. When Antony trusted the whisper of a rumor more than his own measure. When loyalty shifted like sand under their feet. The betrayal did not begin with a dagger. It began with the slow dawn of doubt. The world measured them by legions, coins, and maps. But the heart measures differently. With tremors and choices that echo long after the banner is lowered. In the end, the lovers stood on opposite shores of a widening gulf. Cleopatra's cleverness flickered against the cold logic of Octavian. And Antony's courage became a chorus of what-ifs. Was it a betrayal by the world, or a betrayal by time itself? Which makes lovers seem as if they are always choosing between each other and the future they imagine. The veil of power can be seductive because it promises protection. And protection can ask for everything you hold dear. Isaiah wrote that a wound can be healed by another's presence. But Cleopatra and Antony learned that some wounds do not cleanly mend. They become trails that history follows for generations, whispering to new lovers. Tread carefully when the crown is watching. The second tale takes us into a different century, where chivalry and oath-bound hearts collide in the quiet corridors of a medieval court. Tristan and Isolde are the archetype of desire as a dangerous flame. A star-crossed melody that seems to hum in the air itself. Their love arrives like a secret, a potion in a cup that stirs more than passion. It binds them with an ecstasy that feels sacred. But it also binds them to a lie they cannot admit. That the moment of bliss might be a prelude to an even harsher fate. Their world runs on duty and lineage, and every vow whispered in daylight becomes a trap at night. The betrayal here is not a sword drawn but a choice to live inside a bond no one can safely own. They live between 2 kingdoms, one of loyalty, one of longing, and between those kingdoms, they learn that to love well is to risk losing yourself. And sometimes to lose the other as well. The tale travels through taverns and monasteries. Through letters later cherished and later misread. A reminder that romance can be a consolation and a shadow at once. The spell of secrecy can protect a kiss. But it can also corrode the trust that builds a life. Our third chapter brings us to Abelard and Heloise. 2 minds blazing with curiosity and a tenderness that could break the world's rules. They are united by affection, yet torn apart by the very machinery that should shield lovers: family reputation, religious decree, the fear of scandal. Their letters become a lighthouse for anyone who has ever written a note you wish you could send across a room and never dared. Betrayal here is layered: a family's judgment, a priestess, a social order's unyielding hands. The night they are separated is not only a physical distance but a crisis of faith in the dream. That 2 hearts can live openly within the same life. And yet, even when their voices are silenced, their words travel through centuries as a testament to resilience. They teach us that truth can survive punishment, that passion can become a discipline, and that forgiveness might be the quiet seascape where 2 souls finally meet again. In memory, if not in the present. Our fourth vignette shifts to a more where the personal costs become a map of power. Napoleon and Josephine loved with a fervor that burned through letters and shared confidences. A devotion that felt immune to the politics pressing upon them. But history is a patient observer, and it notes the moment when need overruled passion. Napoleon's hunger for an heir, for a dynasty that would outlive him, could not tolerate the fragility of a union built on romance alone. Josephine's charm could not rescue them from reality. Nor could bold proclamations fix a marriage foundering under the weight of empire building. The divorce was not merely official. It felt like a breach in the private sanctuary where their truth once lived. Betrayal arrived wearing the uniform of strategy, wrapped in the desire for a future that promised strength at the expense of tenderness. Yet even as they parted, their bond persisted in letters and recollections. A bittersweet reminder that love can endure as a memory that keeps speaking when the world moves on. Across these stories, we glimpse a common thread. Betrayal is rarely a single act. It is a weather system that can blow through a life, rearranging the landscape of trust. It can come from fear, from ambition, from a desire for security in a world that never stays still. And yet, within that weather, love often survives as a seed. It takes root in a different soil, memory, choice, and the stubborn courage to forgive, to remember, to tell the truth again in a future that might not reward the old promises but will reward the honest heart. The dark side of love does not erase the light. It reframes it. When a romance falters under the pressure of history, it asks us to look closer at what we are willing to risk for another. Are we seeking a perfect partner, or a partner who will grow with us through the imperfect days? The great romances remind us that happiness is not a single moment, but a practice. It is found in small acts of trust rebuilt after a fall, in the apology that finally lands, in the decision to remain present when the easy choice would be to walk away. In the end, these stories do not merely warn us. They offer a path back. A path where love is not a flawless jewel but a stubborn flame that keeps returning, even after the winds of history try to extinguish it. SFX, soft_swell, 3 If you enjoyed stepping into these rooms where lovers once stood. If you felt the ache and the hope echo in your own chest, you're not alone. Romance is a shared language across centuries, a bridge between yesterday and today. Betrayal can frighten us, but it can also awaken a gentler courage. The courage to tell the truth to ourselves, to choose forgiveness when it is possible, and to love again even after doubt has visited. History teaches us that endings are rarely final. They are opportunities to begin anew, with wiser hearts and a deeper sense of what love must endure to stay alive. There is a soft pause, a breath, a listening moment, as if we are alone with the memory of these lovers. The dark side of love, when properly understood, is not a verdict but a mirror. It asks us to examine the motivations behind our greatest vows, to consider who we betray when we betray our own better angels, and to notice how even a broken trust can become a teacher, shaping the person we become, the beliefs we hold, and the tenderness we offer to others and to ourselves. If these histories have stirred something inside you, a tremor of recognition, a whisper of hope, a renewed belief in romance's possibility, let that feeling stay with you. Carry it into your day as a reminder that love is not only about staying unscathed in the sun but about learning to walk with scars that glow with meaning. The dark side has danger, yes, but it also holds a promise, that love, even when tested beyond measure, can still teach us how to be braver, kinder, and more true to the person we want to become. Thank you for listening. If you're ready for more stories that explore the fragile, luminous heart of romance, subscribe and share with someone who loves a tale that lingers after the final page turns. Until next time, may your own journeys through love be filled with truth, mercy, and a stubborn light that refuses to go out. May these stories linger in your heart as softly as a candle flame. If you felt ache and hope, you're not alone. Share these whispers with a friend who believes love can endure and bloom after every storm. See you in the next chapter of Courage and Romance. Thank you for listening. If you're ready for more stories that explore the fragile, luminous heart of romance, subscribe and share with someone who loves a tale that lingers after the final page turns. Until next, may your own journeys through love be filled with truth, mercy, and a stubborn light that